back. Still to come this Wednesday afternoon, music from Irish singing sensation Hermione Hennessy. But my next guest is one of our most popular actors. His portrayal of the tough-talking Gene Hunt in Life on Mars and then Ashes to Ashes brought him critical acclaim. His latest role sees him as a small-time solicitor in North London.
Do you know what gives you away, Gina? No lawyer uses the word justice when they're talking about their own client. Well, I don't know what game you've got going on here, but I'm not playing with you.
Mr. Quirk anticipated your reaction. He has some information that he's willing to pass on to you.
Information about what?
Your brother, Mark.
Please welcome Philip Glenister. Furniture.
Oh, first rule of acting, don't bump into the furniture, which I just did.
Never mind, never mind. No threats here. Hidden. Now, this sounds incredibly deep and curious. Just give us a rough outline of the plot. You, as I said, are this North London solicitor, but you've had a bit of a past, haven't you?
Yeah, it's basically it's a conspiracy thriller in 4 parts. And it's incredibly complicated, but incredibly good. It makes you work. It's grown-up drama, you know. But my character, Harry Venn, is a kind of high street solicitor, just a normal guy, but he has a past, a shady past, which comes back to haunt him via Tekla Rutan, who plays Gina Hawkes. Yeah. And she's had a past as well. And together they sort of get embroiled in something that they think, it's quite difficult to describe really, but something to do with my brother's past that happened to him 20 years ago.
It's a thriller come mystery come...
Yeah, a bit of Scooby-Doo, really.
Bit of all your parts have a bit of Scooby-Doo. Well, let me say, when I look at them, you don't do a part, it seems to me, that you don't absolutely relish. You can sort of see you taking it by the throat. I mean, Gene Hunt's the classic example, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, he was you, you were him. One can never imagine...
Never knowingly underplayed, as we say.
But what fun you must have had with that motor.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, you know... what was the most fun was being in Life on Mars, is basically being in a 70s cop show in the 21st century, and then Ashes to Ashes and being in an 80s cop show. I mean, people would die for that, wouldn't they, actors?
Did you understand it when you first saw the scripts? Because we weren't, as viewers, it was compelling, but we weren't sure where it was going.
No, we didn't know where it was going. Nobody knew where the writers didn't know where it was going. The brief was basically... I remember when I first got sent the script, and they said it's called Life on Mars, and it was being made by the company Kudos, who are responsible for spooks and hustle. So you knew it was going to have really good production values. And be a little bit different. And so it was described to me as a cross between the Sweeney and Back to the Future, which I thought was pretty accurate.
That's not bad,
really.
actually, is it? Yeah.
And then this character of Gene Hunt, well, originally he was called Gene Burrows, actually. They changed his... I don't know why. I don't know what the reason for changing his name, unless there was a real Gene Burrows in the Met Police or something and would sue us. But his name was changed to Gene Hunt, and then it was just one of those... parts, it just screamed off the page, and as soon as I read it, I just instinctively knew how he should be played, or how I wanted to play it.
You became a bit of an icon for the non-PC brigade. You said things that an awful lot of people thought, but which nowadays you're not allowed to say. Do you rather relish that?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, I became this sort of spokesperson through this character for what everybody was kind of thinking and feeling in many respects, and I used to say to the writers, but like, more, you know, more.
Lay it on a bit thicker.
Absolutely, you know. And then if somebody would come in and the grown-ups would come in and say, "I'm not sure if you can say that," and I said, like, "This is Gene Hunt, not me, baby. You can do what we like here, you know."
So
it's the 70s.
Did it get progressively more and more outrageous as you just saw how far you could push the boundaries out?
I think the writers enjoyed writing for the characters, and the combination that Gene has with Sam. You know, we always said that you've got the sort of mixture. You've got the new star detective, which is Sam Tyler, coming with that kind of forensic, scientific approach, and then you've got the instinctive, just brute sort of force of the old style with Gina. And when you sort of marry the two, and you know, you come out with a pretty good detective, really.
And you had great chemistry with Keely Hawes in Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah.
Although you didn't call her by her proper name, you called her...
Bollyknickers. Bold. Various names I called her, I think. Yeah.
I interviewed in the last series and she seemed to have a good time doing it.
Oh, we had a ball. The trouble is, Keely's very tall, and they gave her these heels as well. So she was even taller, and I used to have to get my cowboy boots. I used to get them to... I became like Gary Cooper, you know, getting stacks, because I'm not short.
Yeah.
Little lift to sort of keep up with her, because she just seemed to keep growing.
It couldn't be a further cry if it tried from Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island.
Yes.
Which you're... Oh, you've presumably done it, and it's coming on... I mean, Hidden is on BBC One October the 6th at 9 o'clock. This is on Sky One, but this is... Treasure Island.
It is.
That childhood book we all loved.
Yeah, it's quite dark, this version. I've seen a sort of a rough cut of it, and it's Eddie Izzard is playing Long John Silver.
So who are you?
I'm Captain Smollett.
Oh yes.
Of the Hispaniola.
Yes.
I'm in charge of the boat and the crew, allegedly. And I have to get them all to the island in one piece, really. Which was interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, a thing like that, I mean, there's Eddie Izzard, all right, playing the part of Long John Silver, but it's the ultimate part. I mean, is it very difficult to avoid going down that sort of Mama Setcher?
Well, it wasn't so much for me, because, I mean, I sort of purposely steered clear of going down that sort of West Country, like, you know, all hands on deck, south-west, Mr. whatever. So we kept... And it's a very sort of modern... reworking of it in many respects, a very modern adaptation, and a very good adaptation, and so it was a good script. It was very well written, actually, and it was quite... So, yeah, you just sort of make a decision. I think I just copied I don't know, I put in Anthony Hopkins in The Bounty.
As easy as that.
If you're going to nick, you might as well nick off the best, you know what I mean?
Well, you had fun in Cranford. Playing that one...
Yeah.
With that great lad with you.
Yeah, he was a bit good, wasn't he?
Oh, wasn't he good?
Alex, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, a bit too good for my liking.
So historical drama is perhaps the way forward. Now, not 70s or 80s, but 1870s or 80s.
Well, yeah, but then, you know, the trouble with that, you know, it requires horse work, and I'd rather be firing up a Quattro than firing up Dobbin.
Right.
They usually give me a horse. Every time I get it, I always say... Because I'm not the best of riders, but I have ridden. But I always say to them, can you just get me the slowest, laziest horse in the farmyard, you know? So everybody is around, and their horse is called Zeus, or, you know, Sorcerer. And I end up with a horse called Mark. It farts a lot as well. So we're a match made in heaven.
There you are. Your turbo-powered horses.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Glenister.
Thank you.